Hey everyone, I'm John Hayden. Let's queer up politics. Sheila Cherfilus-McCormick was just minutes away from becoming just the 7th member ever to be expelled from the U.S. House of Representatives when she resigned her seat yesterday. A bipartisan vote to expel was imminent after the House Ethics Committee found her guilty of 25 counts of funneling money of disaster relief, federal disaster relief, into her campaign. Now, she calls the process unfair and a witch hunt and waited until literally the last possible moment to give up. Now, I've reached out to local LGBTQ+ Democratic leaders for their reaction. Kristen Browde, president of the Florida LGBTQ+ Democratic Caucus, told me, quote, "We are always disappointed when a politician engages in misconduct no matter the party." Dolphin Democrats president Alfredo Olvera said the group, quote, "acknowledges the resignation of Congresswoman, now ex-Congresswoman, Sheila Cherfilus-McCormick and recognized this as a significant moment for our community and for South Florida," end quote. Now the question becomes, who's going to replace her and when? Olvera said he doesn't do endorsements. The Dolphin Democrats don't do endorsements, and they leave that up to Browde's organization. And she wasn't addressing the topic. Elijah Manley, who has appeared on this show many times, was already challenging Cherfilus-McCormick in the primary and says he does plan to run in the special. After the resignation, he made his case to represent the district, saying in part, "I was raised in Sistrunk by a single mother, many days in homelessness and poverty. I have spent years organizing alongside families in the district. Now the district deserves a special election to elect a representative who will fight for things working families actually need." Now it's Governor Ron DeSantis' move. He must call for a special election, and given the narrow partisan makeup of Congress, he's expected to delay as long as possible. And Olvera told me he wouldn't be surprised if the seat sits open until November. You know, the Florida 20 is the bluest district in Florida. Last cycle in 2024, Republicans didn't even bother to run a candidate against her. Once she won the primary, that was it. So redistricting is in the works right now here in Florida. So will they try and redraw it so maybe a Republican will have a chance? Possibly. The governor may have to call a special election whether he wants to or not, because a Republican up north in New Smyrna Beach is Corey Mills is facing a House ethics investigation, and a motion to expel has already been filed by another Republican candidate. So the way this is going to play out is going to be very interesting and very fun to watch. Well, fun if you're not under indictment, that is. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it happens. Whether Elijah Manley will be able to become the nominee and the congressman, who knows? A poll done a couple of months ago found that he was in a virtual statistical tie with Sheila for the nomination in the primary. So it's going to be very interesting for people like me who love this kind of stuff over the next couple of months.
Do you know when the court case for the redistricting of Florida is supposed to have some kind of answer?
Well, it's not a court case. The legislature is in special session,
okay,
and they will redraw the districts as they see fit or as how Donald Trump sees fit.
Right, and then that will go, I'm sure that'll be challenged. And then
Doubtful. The Supreme Court of the United States has been very consistent this year of allowing states to redraw their districts, or their congressional districts, however they want.
And so that will come out in the next few months?
Next couple of weeks, likely.
Next couple of weeks, because
yeah.
I imagine there won't even be any move until that happens for them to see if they can just get rid of the district or split up the district.
Right. The district will remain. We're not losing seats. They're just going to rearrange who's in what district. So before, when Sheila, and for decades, they've just put all the Democrats, people of color, gays, all that, they just put us all into one so that we couldn't we couldn't make any other district purple. They just put it all in blue. Now they may see an opportunity to make this purple, which is an opportunity for them.
Well, it may be an opportunity for us as well if they are splitting, I don't know if they're splitting that into 2 districts or part of 2 other districts to give more Democrats in a red district as well.
Right.
That maybe that gives us 2 more. I don't know, at some point.
Oh, yeah. And what we saw in Virginia yesterday, where voters agreed to allow redistricting, it's FAFO. They FA'd and they FO'd.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Well, there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.